Maybe you are thinking about doing a plant-based diet, but you really need help curbing those cravings. Dr. Ian Smith says your mind actually has a lot to do with it. Check out our conversation about how you can maintain that summer slim down.
Doctor, I am so happy to see you, even if it's virtually. First and foremost, before we get into your tips and advice, how are you? How's the family?
But we're doing great. We're thriving. We are being productive, which has been my whole philosophy. This is something we have to deal with, so let's make the most of it. So we're doing great. Thanks for asking.
Wonderful. I'm so happy to hear. I always love interviewing you in the studio about how to stay healthy, get healthy if we've, kind of taken a path that's led us in a different direction. And many people have been doing just that in the last 8 weeks. We're reaching for unhealthy snacks. We're perhaps eating because we're nervous. We have anxiety, drinking because we have nothing better to do. So let's talk about really how we can curb those cravings.
Yeah, so, I'm so happy to be able to talk to you because for a long time I've been wanting to write a book about the mind and weight loss. I believe that what happens in the 6 inches between your ears is really ground zero. When you look at people who are successful at losing weight versus those who struggle, the difference really is about what's going on in the mind. How do you find motivation? How do you keep it? How do you set the right goals? How do you find the right plan for you? How do you build a winning environment? Or in fact, how do you boost your confidence or crush those cravings? So in Mind Over Weight, in my new book, this is what I plan to tackle. And the beauty of it is that people need to understand what their relationship is with food. And when people better understand that relationship, they do better. For example, cravings are very different than hunger. Hunger is something where your body is saying, I need to eat, I need food, I need nutrition right away. And I'm not going to stop telling you that until you feed me.
Right.
Whereas cravings are different. Cravings are mediated by a neurotransmitter, which is a chemical in the brain called dopamine. And dopamine is what makes us feel good. So when you eat something or drink something that you like, that feels good, your brain releases a lot of dopamine and it lets you remember that this is what made me feel good. So if you think about a chocolate, chip cookie, or you smell it, or you see it, your body then again releases that dopamine, that chemical, and it makes you want to go get it. So in the book, in chapter 4, I talk about ways to outlast the cravings. Cravings only last 15 to 20 minutes, by the way. That's it. They go away.
Okay, so do you give us real concrete tips as far as recognizing the differentiation? Because, I know it's one thing to have your expertise, but for the rest of us, especially in this time, I'm not looking at those signals. I'm trying to feel better and in the wrong way, perhaps. So how do we don't do that?
Yeah, well, you ask yourself 3 basic questions. 1, when was the last time I had something to eat? If you've eaten and probably within an hour and a half, then you're not really hungry. 2, are you really what's this gonna do to your body? Like what you're eating, what is it gonna do to your body? Is it really gonna give you the energy that you need? Or is it just something that's just gonna pacify you over a short period of time? And lastly, you have to ask yourself, do I really feel hungry? Or am I really thirsty? Or am I just mindlessly eating because there's nothing else to do, which a lot of us are doing right now? So you ask yourself those 3 questions first. But let me tell you something. If you're craving something salty, try something like edamame, or try something like this. These are nice little thin seaweed snacks. So they're full of protein and they have some fiber, okay? But they also are low in calories. Or if you want some sweet, try something like this. So these are chocolate-covered banana slices and chocolate-covered strawberries. So you get the antioxidants in the dark chocolate, and then you get the sweetness in the fruit. Lastly, if you're craving something savory, try something like this. So these are some raw vegetables with some hummus in there. The hummus is full of fiber.
Yeah.
It's full of protein, but you could also make your own hummus. But these are some of the swap outs if you can't outlast your craving.
Oh, I love it. I actually wrote the seaweed down because I will tell you, I have that salty craving, and then maybe an hour later I have the sweet craving. So I like that you're telling us, like, go ahead, you can satisfy that craving, but do it in a way that's going to be better for you. Let's also talk about ways that we can easily boost our immune system. A lot of people don't want to get sick, obviously. So what are you thinking about kind of what we can do on a daily basis to ensure that?
Well, first of all, the immune system can actually be boosted by food. So we want to improve the intake of our vitamins and our nutrients. Vitamins A, B, C, D, and E are all very important for our immune system. In fact, exercise actually boosts the immune system, and it also releases endorphins. So you don't have to belong to a gym or have all this strenuous activity, but things like citrus, broccoli, things like lemons, all these different things, ginger, garlic, turmeric, all these things, spinach, are very good immune boosters because they give those vitamins our immune system needs.
I love talking to you. Thank you so much for all of your great advice. And once again, I know I follow you on all social media, but where can people pick up the new book and just make sure that they're in tune to all of your great tips?
Yes, Mind Over Weight can be purchased anywhere online or in stores, but also on Instagram, all my free content at Dr. Ian Smith, spell the doctor out, I-A-N Smith.
Terrific. Thank you so much. I hope to see you live very soon.
I do too. Be safe. Always good seeing you.
Always great seeing you. Thank you.